city in North America. If you want to learn why, you should go on my tour.
Game name drop. Yay! We finally got that out, the title of the game. Jules, welcome to the stream. We are just getting into this here, and we are in not Winston-Salem. We're in Salem. Salem, Massachusetts.
Talk to you later.
Rune, I typically stream on Sundays and sometimes Saturdays. Pedaling the tour super hard. Seen this candle here before. Can I turn around? Whoa, Deirdre, good grief. I really don't want to talk to anyone because I just want to like explore here.
Darn, missed the opening hours. Better luck tomorrow.
Organic tea. What time is it where I am? It is 5:25 or 17:25 right now. Hey, let's look for a needle. Deirdre is super not letting us out of her sight. Who's this little fellow over here? I am digging the leaves though. It's definitely got that autumn feel. Salem Museum of History. Okay, that's getting us to there. I want to just not go there. Whoa, Deirdre, easy. It's going to take a little getting used to. I want to see what this protest was all about. Okay, I don't know who I can talk to here. Can I talk to anyone? It doesn't look like it. Let's go this way. No, this way. What are these people all about? Legacy of the Witch Trials. Oh, so they're at the courthouse, I see.
That group is really chanting up a storm. What has them so angry?
Good question. Another candle. You want me to talk to the girl by the pumpkin? I'll try. Oh, this lady here? Oh.
Why are there protesters in a small town like this?
Okay, that is a weird sound effect.
Why are there protesters in a small town like this?
Is that a fan?
Why are there protesters in a small town like this?
Alright, I'm not sure how to respond to that. No sense of personal space. So, we're inside the courthouse. Welcome back, Meg. Welcome back.
Can I help you?
Hi, sorry to bother you, but we were looking for Judge Danforth's office.
Just across the hall. Why?
We want to do
Did
some
you girls
snooping.
do?
We didn't do.
I'm kidding. Alicia Cole, Esquire.
Nice to meet you. I'm Nancy Drew, and this is Deirdre Shannon. You're a lawyer.
Salem's best. The only practicing lawyer in the historic town limits, if you could believe it. And if you girls were in any trouble, I'd have no problem representing you. You both have that innocent look. Juries love it.
So you're saying we could get away with a crime?
We?
No? Partners in crime?
Sorry to bother you, Miss Cole. We'll check in with the judge. Have a good evening.
Interesting choice, right? Like, I know that they've embedded kind of fan stuff in the past, like mostly pictures and what have you, but to include a fan voice like that, it's a little off kilter a bit, but... You've never introduced yourself as Esquire? Only in the movies, right?
Yes, can I help you?
I'll come back later.
Alright, so we have to snoop first, and then we'll come back to Miss Esquire here. Ooh, cameras. What do we want? Justice! When do we want it? Now!
You'd really become my enemy if I committed a crime?
Sorry. You shouldn't joke about that.
Why? You gonna arrest me?
No, but I'd call the police to report you. I'd also recommend you a decent lawyer, because I'm an excellent witness for the prosecution.
Wow.
I'm a lawyer's daughter, Deirdre. Don't mess with me.
Ouch.
Hello? Judge Danforth.
Yeah. Hello.
Hello?
Ted? Is that you?
No.
Ted?
No, Your Honor. My name is Nancy Drew. I think you've spoken with my father.
Nancy Drew? Carson's daughter?
Yes, and I'm with my friend Deirdre Shannon. We're investigating the arson of the Hathorne House.
Ah, yes, yes.
Can we come in?
Well, you see, no, I mean, I'd let you in, but I seem to have been locked in my office and I need some help getting out.
Oh, of course. Here we go. I have noticed the candles everywhere. I assume at some point that's gonna matter. And yeah, we're not taking any of that Deirdre crap. No. You know what?
I'll come back later.
I want to explore a little before we deal with our judge friend here. Assuming I can. Oh, I guess not. Whoa, God. I know it's going to take me a while to get used to Deirdre all up in her face here. Can we go this way? Wait, what does this sign say? Alicia, evidence, courtroom, judge, restrooms. What do we want it? Justice. When do we want it? Now. And we can't get in here either. Okay, so this is a fairly small courtroom. So much for... I like how they're showing the protesters out there.
That group is really chanting up a storm.
Yeah, got it. Okay, so we're going to have to deal with our friend here.
Hello? Judge Danforth.
You know, Nordic, I have not seen the Nancy Drew movie, The Hidden Stairs. I noticed they have a clipboard in this game, though. So, let's, I guess, find a key for this place.
Do you know where I could find a key to your office?
Yes, I believe I gave a copy of the key to Alicia Cole as backup. She's just down the hall. I hope she's still here.
Let's go and just deal with this first, and then we'll talk to him face to face. Key, please.
Can I help you?
He said you might have a key.
Sorry, I gave him my spare.
You've got to be kidding me.
Unbelievable. Does this ever end?
Oh. Well then, do you have a paperclip?
Yeah. And if you don't mind me asking, what business do you two have with the judge?
We're helping the judge with a case.
Anything I can assist you with?
Thanks, but I think we got it. No need for a lawyer. At least, not yet.
Kinda not liking her attitude here. How can I help you? Well, no, you cannot. Okay, so how do I get down here?
Hello? Judge Danforth.
Hello?
I'll come back later.
No, how do I do the paperclip thing? Let's see if this is gonna work.
Judge Danforth? I couldn't find your key.
What? Alicia said she'd keep a copy for me.
Well, I did find a paperclip. I think I can pick your lock, if that's okay with you.
Yeah, sure, fine.
Nancy doesn't ask for permissions.
This shouldn't be too much of a challenge.
What? We have a mini game here, folks. Oh, you think that lawyer's part of the coven? Maybe. Okay, number one will never be the first one. Wait, how does this work? Hold to drag the pin. Wait. Feel for the pin that gives resistance. Okay. Interesting. This one gives resistance, I think, maybe? No resistance. Release when the pin locks in place. That one locked? Alright, so far so good. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. Okay, here we go. Nancy Drew lockpicking in 2019. Come on. And let's assume that this one's gonna be next. Super duper amounts of dialogue. I'm not sure if it's just early game to get some of the context and some of the narrative out of it, but...
Still got it.
Efficient. How'd you learn to do that, actually?
Online video tutorial.
Someday you have to tell me about your secret life of breaking and entering, Drew. because you're in danger of being cool. Which, honestly, I just don't like.
Someday.
Oh, Deirdre. Let's find out what's going on in here. Hello? Hello, good sir. You like ships, apparently.
Ah, those protesters are out there again, stirring the pot. You know, this town used to be a quiet place, but it seems lately there's been an element that has infiltrated our community. I have no doubt one of those troublemakers locked my door and threw away the key. Now, Nancy, your father and I have discussed.
Oh, sorry. I'm not Nancy.
Of course you're not. You look nothing like Carson. Did your father ever tell you about the time we won 4th place at the Lake Winnipesaukee Regatta? You see, at the time I had 20/10 vision, so I was the navigator and...
Judge, this is Deirdre Shannon. She's working with me on the case.
Deirdre, you're the one who tried to break down my door.
Breakdown?
Your Honor, that's an exaggeration. I was not
Knocking hard.
heavily.
Heavily,
Look,
there you go.
I'm really busy dealing with this Hathorne House business. Being a judge is not as simple as, you know, investigating during your free time.
Well, we just used our free time to unlock your door. So I'm sure you'll be willing to repay us with some answers to our questions. Right?
Yes, of course. What can I help you girls with?
My recollection of Danforth is Greek food. Lots and lots of Greek food on the Danforth. Yum. Yeah, that was quite the burn there from our judge here. I'm not sure if Deirdre took that very well. So, let's see here. Let's start.
Can you explain to us how you're involved with the Hathorne House?
Well, yes. The house was built by Judge John Hathorne during the 1600s, and it represented the oldest surviving structure from that era. Judge Hathorne, of course, was one of the 3 judges that presided over the Salem Witch Trials.
Yes, and I'm sure we can read all about the home's history in Salem's museum.
More recently, Frances Tuttle, Judge Hathorne's last direct descendant, lived in a small section of the house while the rest was left to fall into considerable disrepair. She was alone, except for a part-time caregiver, Lauren Holt, who had a bedroom in the carriage house. A few months ago, Frances Tuttle passed away, which left Hathorne House without a legal heir. According to the historical statutes of Salem, after 90 days, the house reverts to public property. The deadline of which is 2 days from now, at midnight.
Motive. Sounds like a motive.
So the Book of Apologies. Why did you really need it?
Yes, and first of all, I'm so glad you're all right. Nasty business. Had I known you were going to be put in harm's way, I would have never called Carson and asked for his help.
I've done plenty of work for my father. But trust me, I can handle myself.
Yes, I'm sure you can.
So I've already heard some stories, but would you mind giving me your version of why the book is important?
Yes, so... Judge Sewell was rumored to keep a ledger of all the accused, intending to publish it to reconcile with their families and clear their names. But he passed away before he could do so.
Going to Austria for a rumored book seems like a heck of a long shot.
Well, I have been under some pressure from the AW group. AW as in accused witches.
Interesting. Turn on the AW. My, tzatziki sauce is the Greek thing that I enjoy. Everything goes into the tzatziki sauce. Yum, yum, yum. Guys, you're going to start talking about food already. Well, not already. I guess it's dinner time, right? Somewhere? So, do you think it's dangerous throwing around May's name?
Don't you think it's dangerous throwing around May's name as a suspect before any evidence links her to the crime?
What do you mean? What are you saying?
From what you've described, there is no evidence against May. Yet you were saying that she did it. As a judge, I think you would be the first to admit that sounds prejudicial.
It is not just me, Miss True. There are plenty of people who believe that May is responsible for this crime. It is not prejudice when she is the only likely suspect.
Actually, that is the definition of prejudice.
I'm not going to have this debate with you.
Nancy.
Is there anything else?
Nancy with the zingers here. Let's do this one.
Told that the burning of Hathorne House is suspected to be a case of arson. How did the police come to that conclusion?
The investigation found paint solvent residue on burnt embers, suggesting someone deliberately used an accelerant. Thankfully, Mrs. Tuttle never had to see what became of her home.
And what evidence do you have that May Perry is the one responsible for this?
Evidence? Have you ever heard of recidivism? 3 out of 4 criminals in the United States are repeat offenders. And there's only one person in all of Salem who has a history of fire-related